Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Let me know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. And as usual, got my man D Hicks on the right-hand side. What's good, D?
What's happening this morning, boss?
Man, chilling, man. Got a great show lined up for you today, man. And if you are an independent artist or an entrepreneur and you want to get your voice heard or get your business some exposure here on the Urban Revolution Radio Show on Live 99, all you have to do is hit us up on our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com with a brief description of your business venture and a clean MP3 version of your music. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible, and you could be our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week, just like Live Baby out of North Carolina for this week, and Eddie Hickerson from Hickerson Veggies out of Henderson, Kentucky, our entrepreneur of the week for last week. Got a great show lined up for you today, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios, located on the corner of Washington and Bakey Avenue in the Ross Center here on the Evansville Southeast side. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsandstuff.com. They're also hiring for delivery and in store. Rihanna officially becomes a billionaire.
Yeah, I read that.
According to Forbes, she's the richest female musician, which is a technicality, but she got Beyonce. She passed Beyonce for that title. Plus, we got the Grammy Awards have an inclusion rider to ensure diversity inclusion in 2022. We'll tell you more about that in a little bit. People were complaining at the Grammy Awards. The people who choose the people who actually make the decision didn't really have much cultural diversity when it came to black music. Plus, Jada Kiss and the Lox gets the victory over the Dipset in the versus battle. We talk about that in a little bit. Plus, a rock drummer, Offspring, says the band axed him from tour for not getting vaccinated. Now bands are axing each other off the tour. First, the baby, and now the bands with the vaccine. Man, everybody getting cancer, so you better get the vaccine. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Plus, Cori Bush slept outside the Capitol to protest the eviction moratorium, and the eviction moratoriums have officially been lifted again. It ran out yesterday. They were reinstated today, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit.
A lot of hot people, Jack.
I'm telling you. Plus, the National Night Out was held here in Evansville, and the fire on Barker Avenue was said to have been caused by a faulty power strip. So we're going to have some caution words for you if you got those power strips, without the fuse surge protectors in there. Plus, have you ever seen like the fuse protectors, the 6 ways where people have like 8 or 9 things? Oh man, that is a big fire hazard. So we'll tell you how to avoid some of that in a little bit. Got a great show lined up for you. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Spuds and Stuff located on Washington and Bakey Roads here in Evansville. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsandstuff.com. Should be like right underneath me right here. You can see the link behind me, you know what I mean? So give them a call, tell them Nino sent you. Get that Hungry Man or the Holy Montana. Or one of the Philly cheesesteak Spuds, you know what I mean? Or you can get you a salad. Whatever you feel like doing, you know what I mean? Spuds and Stuff can accommodate you. What's up, Sassy? Got the Urban Revolution Radio management mascot, little Sassy dog right here. What's going on, Sassy? Got a great show lined up for you today. The Grammy Awards in 2022 are said to have an inclusion rider in order to ensure diversity in 2022. It's been, a lot of the artists were complaining that the people who decide who wins the Grammys. The actual judges aren't very diverse
No,
at all.
they're
You
old
know what I
folks.
mean? Look like the Republican GOP.
Right, they're old folks.
Right now, it said the Grammy Awards will adopt an inclusion rider, which is an important step towards making the premier music awards show more diverse. Said the Recording Academy announced Wednesday, according to USA Today, that next year's 64th annual awards will be produced with a new contractual requirement designed to ensure equity and inclusions at all levels of production, which means they're just gonna hire more black people.
More black folks.
Without
Working.
more young black people.
Working.
Say Academy President and CEO Harvey Mason Jr. called the concept a monumental step for an inclusive music community. The full inclusion rider will be released publicly on September the 6th. You know what would be great if they did include?
What's that?
An independent artist.
Yes, it'd be great.
Of the year award.
Right, but they're not going to do that.
You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of ways that they can listen to the indie music festivals, all of that good stuff. Your YouTube counts, your YouTube views, video.
Right.
It's a million ways to include independent artists in that. You know what I mean? That don't, if you don't necessarily have to be signed to a label to be making a whole bunch of money and making a whole bunch of noise in the music industry. Most labels don't even pick up these new artists until they've already sold almost like 100,000 units or 10,000 units on their own, like in their own communities and things like that online. They got like 100,000 or 1,000,000 views on the YouTubes or Instagram followers and things like that. They wait until you already done it. So then they piggyback off you and say, okay, we'll take it from here, check. Not just we're gonna clean you up a little bit, brush your teeth, get them fixed, comb your hair a little bit, and then we're gonna throw you out there. But thanks for getting the jump start. And that's what they want you to do. Is very, very, very few artists that start from nothing, that just have that talent that a label just jumps on them nowadays, and you want to say, oh, we've got to make you, you're gonna be the next whatever. You know what I mean? They already want you to prove yourself to get in there. But I really do think that they can include an indie award. You know what I mean? I know they do have like
nice,
the independent artist of the year for the Grammy with the most YouTube views or something like that, or most whatever. So, but say the writer requires, that's a tongue twister right there. Say the writer requires that the production company staging the Grammys to recruit, audition, interview, and hire on stage and off stage people who have been historically and systematically excluded from the industry, i.e. black people. So this is just a super fancy way of saying we're going to try to hire more black people, because I mean they haven't been. They go with what they've known. Okay, whoever you about to quit, who do you think we should hire in your place? It's really kind of been handed down. They don't really hire. They haven't been hiring people. Say, okay, you retiring, you don't want to judge. Okay, we'll pick Susie over here in HR to do, so then they're going to just try to
committees that they call them.
Exactly. Some of them are way out of touch with the music industry as a whole. You know what I mean? So they really don't know what's going on. They still basing music on 1960s, 1970s, 1980s standards. You know what I mean? Not in 2000 standards, not even in 2010 standards.
I think the last time I really watched the Grammys and a hip hop artist won the Artist of the Year was Outkast.
I think the last one I saw was 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah, it was 3 6 Mafia. Yeah,
when 3 6 Mafia won, and
other than that, I really haven't had an interest in watching. That's really, I think that's really what they're realizing. A lot of people in the black community really have no reason to watch it because our people aren't winning. You know what I mean? Let alone you rarely get nominated, especially just fighting for the Oscars, the Emmys. Didn't The Weeknd get snubbed last year?
Yeah, he boycotted the whole thing. He didn't even show up for it. So Jay-Z been boycotting the Grammys and stuff like that, and because it's like they don't include us. They barely want to include hip hop at all in the first place, and I mean, let alone independent music. I know they really not going to want to do that. So they're trying to include more people behind the scenes, so they can get more music in front of the scenes that actually relates to the culture and a lot of, the diverse culture that we actually live in right now. Because majority of the music is derived from some kind of black soul music. And so I really believe that rock, rap, country, you know what I mean, soul, jazz, what else you want to, banjos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because we were sitting on the put ding 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 ding. That was us. We had to make the banjo. You know what I mean? So we could have something to do to pass the time. So about time that I guess that the Grammys have acknowledged their lack of diversity in order to be able to do something about it. So we'll see what happens in 2022. Is that there are a lot of unwritten rules in the entertainment industry that create racial exclusion, and at Color of Change, we know that to change society, you have to change the rules. That was from Rashad Robinson, who's the president of the Color of Change organization, the one that pushed to have more inclusivity in the Grammy selection nomination. It said this inclusion rider is a written rule that will change the culture of hiring at the Grammys and will make inclusion the norm. The same way, I guess, affirmative action did in the beginning. A lot of people were offended by affirmative action, said you can't force us to hire people we don't want to. But yes, we can, because you're forcibly not hiring people who are qualified for that job just because of the color of their skin. So if you want some federal funds, like if you're still a private organization, if you're not accepting any kind of public funds whatsoever, if you're not public grant, you can do what you want to do. But the moment you accept any kind of public bailout, public funds, public taxes, public bonds, public any of that stuff, you have to follow along with the equal opportunity hiring guidelines set by the federal government. So they making sure that the Grammys is following that as well, getting in so they can try to include more people of color in their selection process. So big ups to the Grammy Awards. We'll see what it turns out in the 64th annual Grammy Awards in 2022. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999. WJCB broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios on the corner of Bakey and Washington in Evansville Southeast Side. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with the Z, spudsandstuff.com. Tell them Nino sent you. Jadakiss and the Lox had a versus battle against Dipset in Madison Square Garden's Hulu Theater in New York City Tuesday night. And there was a clear standout from the event, which was Jadakiss. Me personally, I've always been a Styles P fan. When it came to the Lox, I do respect Jadakiss's style. He has a great style, great personality, a little raspy voice, you know what I mean? But me, overall, I guess the personality of Styles P, gangsta and the gentleman, I guess that, the lot of his hits, a lot of his solo stuff, and even his verses in the Lox, a lot of the Lox trio songs, I really prefer Styles P. But the veteran Lox rapper Jadakiss became the trending Twitter topic before the face-off was even over, with hundreds of people praising him for his effortless swagger and sharp lyrical skills, according to Hip Hop DX. The Lox came out swinging out from the jump, performing their features on Nori's Banned from TV and DMX's Ends Done Started Something. Which, like I said, these aren't freestyle rap battles back in the day. I used to do the freestyle rap battles where you and this dude, and he does not, rapping any pre-written stuff, nothing that you've ever written down before. It's right on the spot, right off the top of the dome, which I think the word freestyle has been real confused and real convoluted lately. People, when you get on a lot of these radio shows and rap shows, they say, oh yeah, DMX or Method Man or somebody just kicked a hot freestyle on it. But no, that's a verse from the other song that you just doing on somebody else's beat. That's not a freestyle. Freestyle is straight off the top of the dome. Somebody give you something, you just look around the room and you just start rapping and rhyming. You know what I mean? That's what freestyle. That's where I grew up. What freestyle was. It was not out of Chicago. That's what Chicago rappers call freestyle. You got to come off the top of the dome, fresh topic, boom, look around, nothing that was pre-written. You know what I mean? But different rules, for the versus battles, it's actually song versus song, verse versus verse from pre-written songs already. So as for the Dipset, Jim Jones and Cameron fired back with songs such as Bird Gang, Money, and Get 'Em Girls, but Jadakiss and the crew continue to smoke through the evening, smoking throughout the evening with their hits, which I think
had too many hits for him.
The Lox's rap style are more geared towards battle rap and battle verse type events, where the Dipset is more just kind of talking trash, slick talk kind of rap. You know what I mean? It's not really battle rap kind of thing. Theirs is more just riding the beat and saying slick words, every slick phrases there and there. But the Locks and Jadakiss Styles, because what's your man? What's the tall one? Sheik Luch. He don't write.
No, he don't. He's got a ghostwriter.
Styles P.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Styles and Jada, they write his verses for him. You know what I mean? He don't write his own verses, nothing like that. You know what I mean? But he's the money man of the group. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's how you know. Yeah, he's got a presentation.
Yes,
you know, he can write, he can recite other people's raps very well. You know, if they write them for him, they write it in his style, just like Ice Cube used to write for Eazy-E. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know, just who else wrote for Diddy? Jadakiss wrote most of Diddy's.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, verses whenever he did. You know, so that was it. You know, they are known for their lyrical and ghostwriting prowess as far as the Locks go between Jadakiss and Styles P. It said at one point Jadakiss called out Fabulous and company for not knowing their rhymes, telling the crowd New York is causing a distraction. This is hip hop. We're in the Mecca of New York. It's D Block and Dipset. Why don't they know the words? Wow. He said from there he launched into his Who Shot Ya freestyle. You know what I mean? So they came out swinging. Jadakiss.
Man, I know you was smoking last night, Jada.
Yeah. I mean, Jada's always been that way. He's always been the point man of the Locks.
Oh, and then when Styles P came out,
Styles P's like right. You know what I mean? Styles P's, and then you know Sheik Luch is the money man and all that.
They had another guy too with the Locks too, another fourth guy, wasn't there?
No, there's always been three, because they used to be known as the Warlocks. And that's why they just shortened it as the Locks. They used to be known the Warlocks when they signed it. It's always been just three of them.
Gotcha.
The trio, Sheik Luch, Styles P, and Jadakiss.
Oh, I'm thinking about your man's, but he's with Biggie's dude.
Which one? Craig Mack?
Not
a whole bunch of them.
But the other young dude, man, that was with them.
Mace?
Not Mace, but man, hold that thought.
All right.
I'll be thinking about the old show.
Say somebody asked Styles if they want to bring a pull-up bar on stage too, so I can smoke all three of them. He said he wrote on Instagram last month. Say, while I'm smoking all three of them, smoke on this Locks pack real quick. Heavy smoke. It's up. It's just up. So I mean, I guess that was, you know, your man Jim Jones.
Yeah,
he was talking a whole bunch of smack before the thing. Man, it said, but it looks like Styles P had his psychic moment, replying that drip and muscles ain't gonna stop this slaughtering. You gonna be drippy and in good shape while you get slaughtered. Say they ain't impressed by none of them pull-up bars, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? We got bars, we got guns, so we ain't worried about no pull-ups.
Right. I was thinking about Little C's.
Little C's. Oh no, he wasn't part of the lot. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was that's Junior Mafia that he was part of. Yeah. Said there will be no immunity for Dipset against the holy trinity of the Locks. You know, Jadakiss let them have it. So Jadakiss easily walked away with MVP honors, at least according to Twitter. And some of the reactions were Jadakiss MVP. Wow, Jadakiss solidified Monica. Jadakiss tonight wins versus. Jadakiss smoked Fab and Dipset by himself. So big ups to the Locks for winning their versus battles. You know what I mean? I'm always a fan of the Locks versus Dipset when it comes to that. And I'm more of a fan of Styles P when it comes to the overall Locks. But apparently Jadakiss is the MVP of tonight's victory. Did you get the chance to see the versus battle between the Locks and the Dipset? Do you think it was a fair battle? Do you think the Locks deserve their victory? Let us know, 812-303-5018, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear, 812-303-5018, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Spuds and Stuff located on the corner of Washington and Bakey Road, home of the Hungry Man and the Holy Montana Spuds. They've got gyros, they've got salads, they've got Philly cheesesteaks. It's Spuds and Stuff. They got a whole bunch of other stuff too, even the brownies. So you get a free brownie if you sign up for the Spud Reward Club every year on your birthday. So sign up, going on down there, pay a visit to them. Call ahead at 812-402-7783 or hit them up online at spudsandstuff.com. Got my man D Hicks on the right hand side. What's good, D? Man, chilling, man. You say, oh, they blowing your phone up right now? Say, people are getting split, still having split decisions on whether or not they want to do the vaccine and all that good stuff. People, you have the total anti-vaxxers, which they say, no, I'm not going to get it no matter what. Then you got the ones that say, like me, so I'm just going to stay out of the cut and wait until they get the, the trials and all that stuff worked out. You know what I mean? Then you got the frontline workers and people who just have to get out there who've already gotten the shot. So you got three different factions of people out there when it comes to this COVID vaccination. But, some of those three different factions end up in the same group.
Yeah.
Just like the band Offspring, two of their musicians have already gotten the vaccination, but their drummer didn't get it. And what did they do? They canceled him from the tour. Ask the drummer. You know what I mean? They said that the drummer posted a lengthy note on his verified Instagram account saying that he had some unfortunate and difficult news to share. Said given his personal medical history and the side effect profile of the vaccine, his doctor has advised him not to get the shot at this time. Say he caught the virus over a year ago. It was mild for him, but he's so confident that he'd be able to handle it again, but he's not certain that he'd survive another post-vaccination round of the Guillain-Barré syndrome, which dates back to his childhood and has evolved to progressively worsen over time. So I guess
the band should be understanding on that end, because if he has a note from a doctor that he's on a doctor's care and he's advised from a doctor not to get that vaccination.
I mean, but still, the band has to make a choice too, because he already caught it once and he was down. And people who've gotten the vaccination already are still catching it again. So it's more than a definite that he can catch it again, because they're going into crowds. They're not going just, performing in, their studio. And they actually have to go into the crowds, perform in front of people, screaming at them, yelling at them, spitting at them, throwing all this kind of other stuff. Then that's how he caught it the first time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if you don't want to catch it the second time, you got to. The mask is not going to help in that kind of situation by itself.
Right, but he's only doctor's care. The doctor advised him
and that's the consequences you got to pay. If your doctor says you can't take that shot because the shot is going to adversely affect you somehow, okay, the company still has to make a decision.
And watch everybody in the band catch COVID but him.
He already had it.
He had it about a year ago.
Yeah, he caught it the first time, and this morning.
In the band, I wish COVID on him. Girl.
Oh, don't do that! No, you can't say that, man, because the show got to go on, man. You know what I mean? The show got to go on,
I
bro.
hear you, man. But
what they gonna do? Put the drummer in a glass box or something like that?
I seen some on YouTube they did that before, Jack.
Man, come on, no. See, and that's what I'm talking about. We gotta.
That's social distancing. They could put them in the air or something, homie.
But it's social distancing with 1,000 people in the crowd all yelling at them, going, throwing all that breath, throwing all that spit, throwing all. Come on, man.
Kill me, Nino.
Man, come on. They that's for the drummer's own safety, for real.
Right, you're right, for his own safety.
I believe that they did that for the drummer's own safety. They didn't kick him out of the group or anything like that. They like, well, dude, you got to stay home. You done already caught it once. Your doctor said you can't catch it.
I hope that's the case, though.
And that's what it's saying. It's not that he's not choosing. He's not an anti-vaxxer or anything. He's not that he don't believe in it. It's just the vaccines that they're using, his body's not compatible with it right now. He caught.
This is where I'm able to cross-road this vaccination too, because I'm on certain medications as well too, man. That It could cause adverse effects as well too.
And that's what it is. A lot of
Right.
people out here can't take these vaccinations because of the underlying conditions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's no sense in taking a drug that stops heart disease if it's going to give you, fatal
Exactly.
runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And why am I going to take a thing that's going to stop me from catching COVID if I'm going to die from, what do you
Blood
say,
clots.
Julian Barr syndrome?
What is Julian Barr
I have
syndrome?
no idea, but he said he's certain that he could not survive another post-vaccination round of Julian Barr. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
that's just it for him. He can't until that this pandemic settles down, or until they come up with a vaccine that he can actually take that will work for him. He's got to shut it down. You know what I mean? Just the same way, my job laid me off. That was before the vaccinations came out. I was one of the last ones that they laid off. Like, man, we got to do it. I'm sorry. It's for your own good. You know what I mean? That's what the band told me. Like, man, your doctor said you can't get it. We got to go on the road. We're going to be out here in front of all of these people. You seen what Lollapalooza looked like. You know what I mean? Can you imagine not being vaccinated at Lollapalooza?
Yeah, man. 2 weeks, cuz.
Man, if 2 weeks, it's
2 weeks, enough time, man, get that thing settled.
Man, and that's what it is. The 14-day quarantine.
As I say,
You gonna know. You gonna know 2 weeks or less.
Yeah, Jack.
And you say already 1,000 people then popped up positive from the first night.
From the first night
of a Lollapalooza.
So I said at least 3,200 people.
Multiply that by four nights, minimum 4,000, 5,000 more cases of COVID-19 gonna pop out of Lollapalooza. I guarantee it within your 2 week time.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be spread out. It's not just gonna be in Chicago, because all the people
travel.
Bro. Right, they came from out of state and everywhere. It's gonna be in Wisconsin, back to Missouri, back to Indiana, back to Ohio. I'm telling you, it's gonna be spread out. The Midwest is about to have a nice little.
Man, it's gonna be a nice little fluster right there.
Indiana's already hitting it. We just had 59 new cases here in like the past
2 days, wasn't it?
No, past 7 days. 59 new cases. I think there wasn't any new deaths.
Right, just the cases have popped up.
But we're about to see, because those cases just popped up 2 weeks ago. So we're going to see if they can actually recover from what they're about to go through.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, with this COVID-19 stuff. So, man, if you don't have the vaccination, like I say, I'm guilty. I don't have the vaccination, but I'm not about to be getting out there in front of no 10,000, 20,000 people screaming and breathing breath and all that kind of stuff. We're in the comforts of the Spuds and Stuff studios here in Evansville. You know what I mean? We keep our social distance away from everybody else. I went to Walmart earlier today, had my mask on and everything. Went over to the gas station, had my mask on, so I'm trying to practice as much social distancing and mask wearing as possible until they work out all the side effects from these vaccinations and everything.
Keep that mask, Jay.
You got
keep that mask.
You got the big one, and I got the what's the NC-19, whatever the M9, whatever that is, the white one with the thing. I got that one. I keep that in the car. You know what I mean? So. Right. Be careful out there. The Delta variant has been spread rapidly among those who are not vaccinated, and there have been an increased requirement from concert organizers and corporations requiring people to take the vaccination and show their vaccine cards. I think they should still be requiring to wear the masks as well, because I say that the mask is not to protect you, not just to protect you from other people's germs, protect other people from your germs as well. So. Let us know. Do you know anybody who's come down with the Delta variant? Have you had the shot and still had complications about it? Or are you still waiting for the vaccine to get finalized before you get it? Let us know. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hits on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff studios. Spuds and Stuff located on the corner of Bakey and Washington on Evansville's southeast side. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. They are hiring for delivery drivers and in-store help. Great tips, weekly pay. Tell them Nino sent you. And we got the federal moratorium. The federal eviction moratorium has been reinstated.
Man, a lot of hot people, Jet.
Just that quick. Just because they took it out. It ran out
ran out
yesterday. And we thought that people were going to be facing eviction, especially here in Evansville. We got the Van Park apartments over there that they're facing. The Parkside apartments over there on Evansville South Side. They're facing their evictions because the landlord wasn't paying veteran.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they were trying to blame it on the tenants. So they said that they were going to evict the tenants and try to do something. You know, and it's been real crazy around here. But I think that eviction moratorium has stopped a lot of these slumlords from evicting people unfairly, just so they don't have to fix whatever that was going on. So Representative Cori Bush from Missouri, she slept outside for like 3 days. Was it 5 days?
5 days, wasn't it?
No, it was 3 days. Just say from this side, this time it's a Bush chose to brave the elements for 3 nights that she slept outside the Capitol building, joining activists and fellow Democratic lawmakers protesting the lapse in the federal eviction moratorium, which had protected renters during the pandemic. So I said you can't put people out like that during the height of when they need your help. You know what I mean? Then you go, what would happen? You put all these people out on the street, get evicted in the middle of a pandemic, then they get sick.
Like wildfire, homie.
You know what I mean? That's a public health hazard.
Yeah. So good move, kudos.
And it's like I was saying yesterday, there are a lot of organizations out here that are helping people pay their rent, pay their mortgage, pay their utilities. Right. If you're behind on any of that stuff, no matter how far behind you are, reach out to some of these organizations in your community that are helping people pay their bills. All you have to do is really Google it. No matter what state you're in right now, if you're within the sound of this broadcast, no matter what state you're in, and you're having a problem paying your electric, your water, your gas, your rent, your mortgage, your car note, your insurance, your cable bill, your cell phone bill, any of that stuff that you need to help you survive on a day-to-day basis, because mostly all of those things are a necessity in this day and age. You can't really be without a cell phone either. Yeah. That's why what they started calling the Obama phones, the Obama administration. They're realizing that people need to be in contact in this day and age. When was the last time you seen a working payphone?
Washington Avenue.
Where did that payphone work?
I think everything works, bro.
Oh, you got to show, because I didn't know that.
Right there in front of the Quick Mart.
Yeah, that phone don't work.
I bet you it works.
Man, you got to show me. I don't think that phone. I think that's just decoration right there.
That's funny you talk about. I was wondering the other day and I pulled up.
And did you check it? It's a dial tone on that.
No, I didn't check it, but I bet you it works.
Oh, no. That's gone. That's gone.
No, they removed that.
I bet you $5 that ain't got that. I bet you $5. But I'm just saying, it's just that kind of that kind of scarcity of there's really no public payphones out there that people can just go to and use at will. People, you can't even go into businesses like you used to nowadays and say, "Hey, real quick, so I can call." They won't let you do it.
Get you like you're crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I just want to use your phone just so I can, But it don't happen nowadays. So now it's almost a bare necessity right now to have a cell phone, just as much as it almost is to have your electricity.
Yeah.
To have the internet. You know what I mean? Just with all the kids being home. And having to go to school, a lot of these kids didn't have the opportunity to take these online classes and stuff because they didn't have access to the internet.
Right.
There were buses and stuff that were going out from some of these school districts that were equipping Wi-Fi hotspots. You know what I mean? So just kids would just come out in the neighborhood, pull out, gather around the bus, and log into the school network that way. But just that's just how much of a necessity internet access is nowadays. And if you're having any trouble paying any of those bills, whether it's rent, mortgage, internet, cell phone, gas, water, Kate here in Evansville, the community action program here in Evansville, Aurora, as we was talking about yesterday, the trustees offices here in the tri-state, whatever, and if whatever county organizations that you have to help people with their bills, reach out to them, Google it, call the telephone numbers, find out what it is that you can do. Maybe even call your landlord or call your mortgage company directly and ask them if they know of any programs that they might have to help you with some renters or mortgage relief. But the Democrats and the lawmakers like Cori Bush, they were helping. They was setting the example and trying to help people who were facing those eviction notices, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They slept outside for 3 days. Their moratorium ran out, but then was reinstated immediately, yesterday. So she doesn't have to sleep outside anymore. She can sleep in the comfort of her own bedroom
Right.
over the
That's
next
good.
couple of days. Let us know, were you affected by the eviction moratorium? Let us know, 812-303-5018, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios here on Evansville's southeast side. Give us a call at 812-303-5018 with your comments and questions, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Spuds and Stuff, give them a call at 812-402-7783. Order ahead, order online for catering, in-store, or delivery. Tell them Nino sent you. They also are hiring for delivery drivers and in-store help for some great money. And we got in the local news here, it was Evansville's National Night Out happened last night. It was a community-based program that happens every year on the first Tuesday in August. It say the EPD crime prevention officers, the department's bomb squad, as well as mounted patrols were all around the event. But they say the event helps build trust and a sense of community here in Evansville. But I'm like, if you got to have bomb squads and mounted patrols and all this kind of other stuff,
you feel me?
That don't sound too communal. But
flashbacks,
man, you know what I mean? They say, but when the police officers respond to a situation, an emergency situation, and people are having their worst day, so we don't always want to interact on just a level of communication. They just get to ask questions and they get to talk back and just have a conversation instead of, just being there when something goes wrong. You know what I mean? But you out there in bomb squad gear and
and police on horses, homie.
Oh my goodness! So it all started at 6 p.m. at the CK Newsom Center downtown, and lasted until about 8 p.m. So it's about a 2-hour gathering that happened last night with the bomb squad, horses, and music.
Jesus.
Hey, I guess if people got to get out, they had to get out some kind of way. It's supposed to be the National Day Out. I guess people getting cabin fever. They just trying to get out. They just don't want to sit still due to this pandemic, man. I don't get it.
I'm cool with sitting still,
man. I've always been cool.
Chilling, man.
Man, no problem with it.
Right. I call you on the phone, man. What you doing, cuz?
Chilling. Telling you, boy, I'm chilling.
Yeah, man.
Say Spencer County is also participating this year. Said that if the event is also at the AEP Honey Creek Farm, out County Road 500 North in Spencer County, celebrated the National Night Out in the tri-state. Plus, they had the power strip failure was set to have caused the fire that happened on Barker Avenue in Evansville. And it said it I guess the fire strip.
Probably had
too many things plugged into it. Said that according to the EFD, the cause of the fire was a power strip failure that resulted in an electrical fire, which has been ruled an accident. And I used to have a problem with plugging too many things into the sockets. I used to be one of those guys who would daisy chain, the 6 ways and all that. Because I'm big on electronics. I give you that. I just my gaming setup alone uses 7 outlets. You know what I mean? Because I got my PlayStation, the main box. I got the VR box. I got the charging station and the cooling station for the controller. Right. Then I got the TV. I got the router box itself for my internet. And you know what I mean? And the light. So that's the whole 6-way right there. Now, if I got to put my laptop or a charger, I need another 6-way. Then I got my air conditioning out there and a little portable fan out there. That's 2 more sockets that I got. Right. So I'm almost up to 12 sockets that I need running off a 6-way and an extension cord. Oh, wow. So I'm doing a lot of unplugging and replugging and unplugging because I used to just have it all daisy chain, but then I realized, you smell that smoke, that electrical smell when things. You've never smelled that when things getting too hot. Man, it's indistinguishable. Oh, you'll know it. That smell of metal burning. You've never burnt out a starter or a solenoid or nothing in your car where you end up. Oh, lucky you, man! I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, nothing like the smell of electric wire burning. That's a very distinct smell. You know what I mean? So especially when you see that black, if you see parts of your cord starts turning black, in little
Okay, that's
spots.
what you're burning out.
It's
Then,
getting
right?
too hot. It's burning. It's
Gotcha.
drawing, and it usually happens on extension cords themselves because the actual item, the electronic device, can only draw out as much power as it's going to use.
Right.
Its own cord is not going to set on fire. What's being set on fire is the cord from the
cord
six-way that's trying to draw all of that power to, you know what I mean? So you set the fire from that cord, and your house socket ain't
Right.
equipped to handle all that. They got it plugged into the wrong socket. Some people use those. You ever seen those power plug adapters that turn a 3-way plug into a 2-way plug?
Yeah.
They tell you not to use that with high-powered electronics because it's not grounded properly. But so I don't even know why they sell. But I had one of those things plugged up into a 608 for the longest time till I read. But it was a risk of me. Just, man, when I actually read the science behind it, I'm like, oh, dude, I've been.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got renter's insurance.
Oh, I got homeowners insurance, but you know what I mean? But what he say? Trust in God, but lock up your camel. Don't do nothing stupid once you find out it's something stupid that you're doing. I took that plug right off. I got me, and I wanted to ram my wiring to the other side of the room to an actual 3-hole socket. Like, so don't play with this electricity. No. Don't have too many. The main thing what people do is having too many things plugged up into an electric socket and splitting it into too many different ways. Having a 6-way plugged into it, then having another 6-way plugged into that 6-way with a 3-way plugged into that one because you got everything in the house running off this one electric socket, and that puts so much tension on, you know what I mean? And that's what causes the fire. So spread your electronics out as far as possible, as much possible through all of the electric sockets in your house. If you have to get an extension cord, to run non-high powered devices, because you don't want to run like a vacuum cleaner or an air conditioner or an air purifier, something with high power, super high powered being drawn out. Don't put those in electric, in extension cords. Those are supposed to plug in directly into the wall, like clothing irons. A lot of people make the mistake of plugging clothing irons into extension cords because they don't reach. But man, that iron draws out a lot of power. And the cord that's on the iron is way different from the cord that's from that extension cord. Exactly. So it's drawing out more power than that extension cord can hold. So that's where the problem usually comes from. You know what I mean? You're only as strong as your weakest link. So try to separate your power outlets as much as possible. Take out, if you have daisy chain 6-ways, disconnect those. Just find you a separate socket to plug that one in. Decide what it is that you actually need to run. And if you don't need it to run, if you don't need it plugged up, just disconnect it. You know what I mean? More tips from you to keep you safe in your home from the electronics guru. It's your boy Nino, Urban Revolution Radio, with your man D Hicks on Live 99. Yo, and that will do it for another edition of Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. Hope you had just as much fun as we did. Did you, D?
Yeah, been a blast, Jeff.
Yeah, man. I want to get home and get some more of that turkey, boy. Got my fat boy hunger going on right now. I was thinking about that turkey with the gravy. Mashed potatoes with the carrots. But don't forget to join us back in tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, from 8 until 10 for Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino. And if you happen to miss today's show or any other show, you can always catch the replay of the Urban Revolution Radio show on our podcast on our YouTube page at youtube.com/Urban Revolution Management, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you'll never miss an episode of Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino. And if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur, small business owner, and you want to have your business promoted here on Live 99 and get your music some exposure, all you have to do is hit us up on our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com with a brief description of your business and a clean MP3 version of your music. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible, just like our independent artist of this week, Live Baby, out of North Carolina, and our last entrepreneur of the week out of Henderson, Kentucky, Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies. That'll do it for today's show. It's been a blast. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.